So apparently Zelda Breath of the Wild isn't very good in VR, at least according to some, whether due to the low resolution, unusual camera controls, or general discomfort when playing, including possible dizziness. And hey, I felt that way too, at first. But after spending some more time with it and learning how to deal with its, let's say, intricacies, I freaking love it now. Seriously, I don't know if I want to play it outside of VR again, as it brought the world to life in a way that a flat TV screen just can't. So I'm here to try and help you fall in love with it too, with these 5 tips to maximize your Zelda VR experience. Or heck, even just to make it playable at all. So let's get to it. Turn off the head-based camera movement. This is public enemy number 1 when it comes to motion sickness, as the camera doesn't quite act as you'd expect it to in a VR environment, and when combined with the low resolution and sometimes frame rate, it can lead to some disorienting results. But oddly, the game doesn't make it clear they can turn it off, and it's actually super simple. Just look for the option on the settings screen called Aim with Motion Controls just a little bit below the VR option itself, and then set it to off. That's it! Your viewpoint will now be immune to your real-world movement, and will only change depending on how you move the camera with a physical controller. Give your arms support. Look, holding the Labo VR goggles up to your face is going to wear out your arms real fast, which is a bit of a problem for a game that's otherwise easy to spend hours and hours within. Plus, I'm pretty confident that longer play sessions are essential to appreciating Zelda in VR, but to do so, you're going to have to give your arms some support by sitting somewhere where you can rest your elbows, such as on the arms of an office chair, which I found to work perfect for this. Although I did have to slouch back a bit to rest my arms comfortably. Now, if you don't have an office chair, you could also try going Virtual Boy style, by resting your elbows on a table or desk in front of you. Alternatively, you could try going the hands-free route, by lying down on your back and letting the goggles rest directly on your face. Just make sure to detach the Joy-Cons first so that you can use them separately, giving your arms a break, while also reducing the weight on your face. Or you can even try using a Pro Controller instead. Now, using this form factor will obviously mean that you probably won't be able to use motion controls, which won't be much of an issue if you've already disabled them as you recommended earlier. However, because your body's orientation won't match up with what's happening in-game, this could possibly lead to motion sickness in those more prone to it. So for my money, the office chair is where it's at. Use headphones. Now that we've addressed the 2 biggest issues of Zelda in VR, being motion sickness and comfort, it's time to focus on how to enhance the VR experience itself. And something that's all too easy to overlook is that sound is every bit as important to the VR experience as the visual effect itself. And even though the Switch's built-in speakers are perfectly intelligible when using the goggles, their tinny sound isn't quite adequate for the experience that Zelda in VR can provide. So the absolute best thing you can do is plug in either a good pair of earbuds or noise-canceling headphones. Basically, you want to close off as much of the outside world as possible, while also bringing in the sounds of Hyrule. And let me tell you, this can be game-changing. The sound adds layers, depth, and complexity to the world that supports and enhances what you're seeing. It's one thing to see a giant towering over you, but it's a whole other thing to hear its growls and footsteps piercing your ears as it's chasing you down. Combined with the VR, it becomes magical. Don't skip this step. Take your time. Now that you're all set, it's time to enter the world of Hyrule in VR. But even with the motion controls turned off, it's probably going to be an adjustment. With a world as diverse and varied as Breath of the Wild's, you might not find every portion equally effective, immersive, or possibly even playable, especially at first. So it's probably best to avoid places where the frame rate can tank, like the Lost Woods. Instead, we recommend starting off somewhere that's pretty slow and easy, like say at ground level on the Great Plateau. And take your time. Let the world slowly take you in, as you explore at your own pace. Try positioning the camera close to the ground to better appreciate the immense scale of the world. Go take on a Moblin and see how it looks in VR, or try climbing up to the peak of Mount Hylia for an amazing view. Then once you're comfortable, you can start expanding your horizons, such as by sneaking into Hyrule Castle, which let me tell you is intense in VR. Now once you're fully acclimated to VR, there's still one more thing we recommend to maximize your enjoyment. Turn the motion controls back on. Yeah, I know, we just got done telling you to turn off the motion controls, and now we want you to turn them back on? Well, maybe. We only recommend you try this after you've gotten used to everything else about Zelda in VR. And even then, that might not be enough. So if you feel any level of discomfort at all, keep them off. But if you're up for it, turning the motion controls back on might be the final piece of the VR puzzle, as even small head movements really help sell the illusion of you being in this world, as your viewpoint into the world shifts instantly to match. Now, to help ease you into it, you might want to try setting the camera sensitivity to slow, or very slow, and then working your way up from there if you feel like it. Furthermore, as already mentioned, this won't really work if you're lying down. But what does work exceptionally well at that is the aforementioned office chair. With your arms resting on the armrests, you can still freely rotate in place to look around, and man does it feel good. Assuming you don't get dizzy, of course. And for added immersion, try adjusting your body to loosely match the in-game perspective, such as leaning forward or looking down from a high cliff. It can be a little spooky. Finally, if you still experience some discomfort with the motion controls on, try playing in front of a fan. This is a well-known trick to help prevent motion sickness when playing in VR, as the rushing air helps fool your brain into thinking that your body is actually moving, instead of sitting completely still. But hey, if that still doesn't help, then just turn the motion controls back off. And there you have it, my 5 tips on how to maximize your enjoyment of Zelda Breath of the Wild in VR. I really do hope it works out as well for you as it has for me, as it's easily one of the coolest experiences I've had in recent memory. At least once I got over the dizziness. But hey, if none of this helps you out, that's totally fine too. At least I gave it a shot. And with that, thanks for watching, and make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already for tons more VR action and everything else Nintendo Switch as well. We'll catch you later. Bye.